All right, what's up, everybody? This is the Sports Bar Network. I am your host, Michael here. Um, so we're gonna talk about why the New York Giants are a dumpster fire franchise and they failed their fans. And before we begin, I do want to remind anybody who's new to the Sports Bar Network, please hit the subscribe button, leave a like, appreciate it. And this is going to be unbiased. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Commanders fan. I'm not a Eagles fan. I'm not any of those teams. I'm a Bears fan, if anyone's wondering. So I'm going to tell you why the Giants are a dumpster fire franchise. So let's go to Exhibit A. John Mara hasn't done any. Listen, John Mara doesn't care about, how do I put this? John Mara doesn't really he cares about the play, how the players talk way too much. And we're going to get to that. But John Mara has been around the Giants for long. For I think he bought the team in like 2010, and they only had one playoff appearance, or since 2011, which was their last Super Bowl win. Only had one playoff appearance, which was one and done in Green Bay. John Mara had, like, the one year that I can remember, it was 2021. And YTC, I think YTC, if YTC is watching this, um, instead of maybe lowering your price because your team sucks, guess what John Mara does? He gives out free sodas. Yeah, I remember. So John Mara really hasn't done anything for the team. He only drafts guys because they're good characters. And it gives me to Exhibit B, Dave Gettleman. Like, Dave Gettleman I don't even know, and this is on John Mara because he hired Dave Gettleman. Dave Gettleman ruined Cam Newton. Did you see what he did in Carolina? He ruined Cam Newton. He's the reason why Cam Newton failed. Like I said, Dave Gettleman over the past years, he hasn't drafted well. He drew, like, the Saquon Barkley pick. It wasn't Barkley's not a bust. You want to know what it was? He was just a bad pick. He was just drafted to the wrong team that year, where the Giants should have gotten a quarterback to replace Eli Manning. And not to mention, the offensive line of the Giants has been terrible. And Dave Gettleman, besides Andrew Thomas, has not done he failed to address the offensive line, and it still is trash. You don't get it twisted. But Dave Gettleman has not drafted the best players. And we're going to get to Daniel Jones, but the 2019 draft is a prime example. Instead of listening to your rivals who tricked you into believing that they really wanted Daniel Jones, you should have gotten Josh Allen and then later got Daniel Jones if you wanted Daniel Jones way too bad. Which Dave Gettleman, he didn't retire. He got fired. That was just an easy way to say that was just an easier way to do it instead of firing him. Which brings me to Exhibit C. Daniel Jones. How this guy got the contract, it blows my mind, because that one year where you said that the Giants made the playoffs and beat the Minnesota Vikings, that wasn't really impressive. They had an easy schedule, and they faced a fraudulent Minnesota Vikings team. And I am aware my Bears got swept by them, but they were struggling again. They were the most fraudulent 13-4 team I've ever seen. So I even had the Giants winning that game because of the simple fact that the Vikings were just so fraudulent that year. But Daniel Jones was beyond terrible. No. Daniel Jones has been terrible for like 4 or 5 years, and the Giants still hold on to them. And Giants fans can make fun of the Commanders all they want. At least they're trying to get better by drafting Jaden Daniels. You can make listen. Every quarterback has moved on. Every quarterback from the 2021 class, besides Trevor Lawrence, they moved on from their quarterbacks. But the Giants go in their 6th year with Daniel Jones under center, and Daniel Jones is making the same mistakes as he did as a rookie. Besides his rookie season, what has he really done? He's still careless with the ball. He's just beyond terrible. And as a Duke fan, he wasn't that very popular in Duke. And and plus, why would you even trust Duke's quarterbacks? Even Malik Murphy's not even that good, but that's a discussion for another time. Daniel Jones is just beyond terrible. He's a bust. Because and this is not taking a shot at any of the Giants fans that I know. It's just facts. Daniel Jones is just terrible. And Malik Nabers. Okay? Malik Nabers, maybe Jerry. Okay, let's say he's Jerry Rice. He's in the same category as Saquon Barkley. He went to the wrong team. And the worst part about it is Malik Nabers didn't want to play for the Giants. I think he generally wanted to play for Justin Herbert, which he like in the back of his mind, he wanted the Chargers to select him. He wanted to. And Joe Schoen, the guy that I won't give him too much smoke because of the simple fact that he tried to trade up for a quarterback, but he should have taken a quarterback, not JJ McCarthy, but he should have taken at least Michael Penix. He should have taken Bo Nix. Those two quarterbacks were available at the time. But you see why Malik Nabers was a wasted pick because of the simple fact that I'm not saying Malik Nabers is bad. I'm saying why would you need him when you have a terrible quarterback? And the Giants this year, hold on. I have a stat that I'm going to get to in a moment, but you go in that draft without getting a quarterback or an offensive line. That's an indictment on Joe Schoen, whether Giants fans want to admit it or not. And let's get to the main exhibit, Brian Daboll. And I got to take my crow. I was wrong about Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll's a joke of a clown. He's a clown. Like, I wanted Brian Daboll. How do you go from coach of the year to being the laughing stock head coach of the NFL? Josh Allen, and I find it funny. People say, "Oh, Josh Allen regressed without Brian Daboll." I mean, Josh Allen's looking fine. I mean, Josh Allen didn't need Brian Daboll. All he needed was Stephon Diggs. Brian Daboll was just there. And Brian Daboll, and I watched Bad Dog, and he even had a point. The Giants should have signed a kicker because Graham Gano was hurt. So prior to the upcoming game, so they should have They should have at least go out there and sign somebody just in case Graham Gano got hurt, which he did. And because of that, the Giants lost to the Washington Commanders, who didn't even score a touchdown. That's the sad part about it. You scored 2 touchdowns. You lost to a team that didn't even punt. And guess what? They didn't score touchdowns. They scored field goals. You lost, and plus, I have a interesting stat which I want to pull up that said that the Giants were the first team that has given up 3 points and scored touchdowns and still managed to lose. That is historically bad. That's historically bad. You lost to a team that only put up field goals. And Malik Nabers did have a crucial drop. I know that. Even Malik Nabers will probably tell you that he messed up. But it should have never gotten to the point because you were in field goal range and you should have attempted the field goal. Granted, you probably would have missed it, but at least you need to try something instead of giving Washington, who's been torching your defense, the entire time a chance to win, which they did. Daniels didn't even look that good. You made you like I said, the Giants will be lucky to win a game this year. But as far as Washington goes, listen, at least you're not the Giants. Like I said, the Giants might finish last in the division at this point. And I was on like the game was close. I'm like, I probably shouldn't even pick the Commanders ever again to beat the Giants. But oh my God, the Giants proved me wrong once again. But oh man, the Commanders, you know, but at least you have something to look forward to. Giants fans don't have anything to look forward to when it comes to their quarterback. But anyways, that's my thoughts about why the Giants are a dumpster fire franchise. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about the Giants. As always, thanks for watching.